Hey everybody, it's Barry Kleiman. Yesterday I recorded a video that ran down all of these common questions, quote unquote common questions, that LinkedIn puts up as common interview questions. And considering LinkedIn is the 800-pound gorilla in the job search world as far as web portals are concerned, it's probably pretty good data. Every interview is a little different. Every interviewer, of course, handles things differently. But if you were clever and you were preparing for interviews, which I really strongly suggest you really prepare, as it was a final in school or a musical performance, or you were a lead in a play or something. Not that you want to act, but you certainly want to know what you want to know and know what you want to say. I think preparation is really key. So this list is helpful, if for no other reason, that they're pretty common questions that if they don't come out exactly like this, if you go through and have answers to all of these questions and they represent really who you are and what you want to talk about and what you want people to know about you, this would be a pretty good guide, which is why I chose it yesterday. And I didn't write these, you see, they're here on LinkedIn. That was yesterday. I just went through them all. I talked about yesterday about you really do have to have a plan. You have to have a strategy for everything you do, certainly interviewing. And I'm going to say that the most important thing, the most important strategy you could have is to be honest. Um, I'm not suggesting people tell you to lie, but I've seen countless websites. Well, if they say this, you say that, or if he says this, you say. Um, I've been at this a long time myself. I think there's a lot of people out there that have, maybe found two jobs in their life and say that they have all the answers. All I'll say is I've spent close to 50 years doing this, 48 years to be exact. And I've interviewed, I've prepped a bunch of people for interviews. I'm going to tell you the most important thing you could do is be honest. If you're not honest, you are basically playing roulette and saying what you think the other person wants to hear. Think about that for a minute. Think about it really. If you're not honest, you're basically plucking out some other answer that you think the interviewer wants to hear. Okay? So now you're really just gambling, right? Not only is it maybe not what represents your truth, what's honest for you, and hopefully if you're honest, you'll get back honesty and maybe there's a better chance of getting a job you want, but you're also guessing what the other side is looking for, and now it's just a board game. If that's the way you want to handle your career, hey, I don't know what to say, but have at it, right? Um, I want to tell you that the first thing you need to do is have a strategy for all your interviews. I apologize for allergies here today, and base your strategy on authenticity. Very important. So I was going to call all these little vignettes of going through these questions the 2 minute drill, even though I think this software gives me 5 minutes to talk. So I'm going to say that the truth is a really important concept, and I'm going to explain how to use the truth in each one of these 26 questions over the next bunch of days. The next question is going to be, or the really question number one, is the old tell me about yourself question, maybe the dreaded tell me about yourself question for some people. The best way, I'm not telling you it's going to get you 100% approval coming back the other way, because the truth is that that person may want to hear something that's not congruous with what's true for you. So there has to be one constant in this whole equation, and the constant really better be you and what matters most to you and your truth. So the next video, I'll get into the whole how to use the truth and tell me about yourself. But for right now, that's my statement. Think about it deeply. If you have one thing to control, you can't control what the other person wants to hear or even guess about it, but you can control what you say. And if what you say is authentic and honest, at least there's one part of this equation that has a constant. Okay, so next video will address this question as it is. Tell me about yourself. Next video.